Today, I want to talk about this blog which came out earlier today, and well, today at the time of recording this, but it's the blog about the companions in Veilguard, and I want to just dissect a little bit of the stuff that we're seeing here. First of all, the tarot card art. It's nice enough, not the biggest fan of it, but it's not like awful. I like some of these. This one's my favorite by far. This one's my least favorite. I don't know. It doesn't really show much of the character's personality. So we'll see. But overall, it's nice enough. I like the little implications that some of these arts may give, like the fact that Neve is the only one where you don't see her eyes. This kind of shows some of Emmerich's personality, how he's like literally just a freaking mad scientist type. Lucanus is very obviously possessed by a demon. My guess, Pride Demon. So, definitely going to be evil. Um, but overall, I want to talk about their abilities. I want to talk about that more like actually important gameplay stuff. So let's first start with Harding, which looks really nice in game. I kind of like that they actually fleshed out her in-game model a lot more from Veilguard, not from Veilguard, from Inquisition, because I'm sorry, she looked really, really bad in Inquisition. Like, what is this? What is this? Who made this? Who put this out and thought it was good? I'm sorry, it's terrible. But anyway, she looks a lot nicer. Nice little description, positive outlook. She's an archer. Very, very nice. She's from Ferelden. I think this was explained in Inquisition, but apparently some people didn't know, so she's from Ferelden, and now she also has magical powers. She's one of very I think now there's three dwarves in the world with magical powers, which includes Sandal, the dwarf chick at the end of Descent, and now Harding. So her five abilities. First, we've got Seismic Shot. Very clearly, this is going to be some magical stuff, likely something about earth magic, knock people down, make it so they can't get back up for a bit. Just regular crowd control. Heavy draw. This sounds to me like some type of critical shot, arrow of slaying. Just charge attack, deals a bunch of damage from afar. Very nice. Shred. My first guess is this is going to be some type of armor sunder, which I'm all for. And then Adrenaline Rush and Soothing Potion. My guess is Soothing Potion is going to be some form of healing, and Adrenaline Rush will be a more offensive type of support, like giving either the companions or yourself, most likely yourself. It seems like the focus of the combat is very much on the player and not the companions. So my guess is that Adrenaline Rush is going to make you attack faster or deal a bit more damage, but we'll see. Bit more ambiguous than the other stuff. Overall, looks like a good selection of abilities, and it looks as though her focus is, in fact, on staggering enemies and shredding their armor. So, overall, nice companion, especially if you're going to be playing a warrior or an assassin type rogue, where you have a very high focus on having to clash with the enemy's defensive stats. So, definitely a pick if you're going to be a two-handed warrior or a dagger focused rogue. So, Davrin. Bold, charming, Grey Warden. My hope for this guy is that he's like basically this game's version of Garrus, where he's just going to be an absolute bro the whole way through. He's got a son to provide him with an additional bit of damage. It seems as though he's the tank companion, so he's got battle cry, which could be honestly anything from a buff to a taunt. So hard to know for sure. Death from above. Not certain what this could be. My guess would be like Asan, the Griffin, drops something on an enemy. Definitely sounds like it's going to be that type of offensive hit the back line type of thing without actually endangering Davrin. We've seen Asan strike in the high level combat footage where the Griffin just comes by and hits somebody and knocks them down. Heroic Strike is his application of Overwhelmed. We also saw that. And in War Victory, I'm not sure what that's going to be, but it seems like he's a very hard hitting type of character who keeps the enemy's attention on himself and keeps enemies on their toes by just constantly keeping them in a position where they can't attack you. Overall, very nice if you're going to be like a mage or a archer rogue, the type of person who's going to need that extra bit of assistance to keep enemies off of you and keep yourself in a position where you can deal your damage. Very nice character. Um, Balara Lutare, our resident Dalish. Creative, romantic, obsessed with uncovering the secrets of ancient Elvenan. Where have we heard this before? So she uses lightning magic and control magic, right, to support companions. So we see here time slow. This is a spell that I noticed that all the mages share. We'll see this before. So every mage is going to have this ability, which, fair enough. Kind of boring to have an ability that's shared amongst all the mages, but we'll see. Uh, Also replenish here, which sounds to me like a heal, which, hooray, mages can heal again. Nice. Then we've got Enfeebling Shot, make enemies weaker, Galvanized Tear, not sure what this is going to be, and Fate Bolts, which most likely is just her basic electric attack, just deal damage, make enemies weaker, heal allies, slow enemies, and whatever this is going to be. Overall, nice offensive type of, well, not offensive, nice defensive support character. We'll see more as the actual videos come out, but overall, I like the idea of her. Then we've got Tash, our Kunari Dragon Hunter. So one of the first things I noticed when reading this is fire breath, which means she can breathe fire. Very nice. So we know from Iron Bull in Inquisition that the Kunari actually do have dragon blood, and from some journals that you can find in Inquisition, we're led to believe that the Kunari were actually a Tevinter experiment to create a sort of soldier with dragon blood that could be controlled by the Imperium. And that's part of why the Kunari are so hell-bent on destroying the Tevinters. But so she's got Fire Breath, Dragon's Roar, Dragon Fire Strike, Spitfire, and Fortune's Favor. I'm unsure what Fortune's Favor is, but might be just something specific to the Lords of Fortune. Actually, now that I think about it, if we look here, it seems as though, well, not her, but Davern has in War Victory, and she has Galvanized Tear. So it feels as though this last ability that they all have is tied to their faction more so than the character themselves. So it feels like she's very AoE focused with these abilities, like Fire Breath. This makes me think of a cone. This makes me think of like just a radius around her. This might be her more like single target ability, and this might be her ranged attack. But it feels like she's very focused on just taking down enemies with just fire and her melee attacks. Just a frontline bruiser for if you yourself don't want to be the one focusing on dealing the damage. That's what she's going to be doing. Lucanus Delamorte, our Antivan Crow resident. So we see here that he also has Soothing Potion and Adrenaline Rush, the same two abilities that Harding had. But then he has Eviscerate, Debilitate, and Abominate. Now, Abominate has some implications in the world of Dragon Age, as I'm sure everybody here knows. But for those who don't know, Abomination is the name that is given to a person that is possessed by a demon. So the fact that there have been a number of rumors about him being possessed on top of this very suggestive card art for him, and then this ability name makes people think that also the fact that he deals mostly necrotic damage makes people think that he may well be, in fact, the abomination that we suggest. And he also has the title Demon of Varantium, which, very suggestive. Overall, he's a dual dagger rogue, assassin. He gets behind people and he just bursts them down, just shreds health points. nothing really that complex about that. Just a pure burst glass cannon is what I'm imagining this guy is. So if you need an extra source of just immediate damage, this is going to be your guy. Let's talk about Emmerich, Volkaren, our necromancer. So, well-meaning scholar comes complete with a skeletal assistant. Yeah, well-meaning. I'm sure he is. So we see here that he also has replenish and time slow. So this would be what I'm assuming is the heal, and this is the time slow. So very interesting. Then he's got Final Rites, Entangling Spirits, and the Bell Tolls. All of these names are very poetic. Hard to know for certain what these two do, Final Rites and Bell Tolls. This seems like an execute type of thing. Um, this might be his ability to summon spirits to battle to help you, and this is just sounds to me like an entangle. So you just create an area where enemies move a little slower, or maybe even stop moving, so you can do your abilities and just do to them whatever you want. Overall, very much interesting. Definitely the type of character you'd want on your team if you know you're going to be dealing with a lot of enemies, because well, a necromancer is known for being the type of character that evens that sort of odds. Overall, excited to see more of this character. And then finally, Nev Gallus from the Shadow Dragons. We know she's a ice mage, so Icebreaker, Blizzard, Glacial Pace are her abilities. We know what a blizzard is in Dragon Age. It's this massive AoE, so I'm hoping that this ability name does that expectation justice. We just get this massive ice area of effect that just freezes everything. Glacial Pace, I'm not sure. Most likely just something single target that will keep that enemy stuck. And Icebreaker sounds to me like the type of thing that would trigger a Shatter. She also has time slow and replenish. So we see here that all of the mages are capable of healing, and all of the mages are capable of slowing time, which, I'm curious as to what that time slow is going to be. Just sounds to me like a generic slow enemy, so you can do your thing. Basically, reverse haste, which, not bad. Almost all of my mages in Dragon Age Origins could do haste, or at least one of them could, so that I'd always have that mage in the party, because it's just a really cool ability to have and just really, really strong. Overall, the companions look really interesting and really cool and very, very reminiscent of what we got in Mass Effect 3, where each companion they could kind of do each other's jobs to an extent, but they all were really good at doing one thing. And we also saw in the high level combat trailer that each of them applies a different effect, which can be detonated by another companion. So you can create these very nice combos with these guys. We also get here some of the places that we'll be visiting, so Ravane, Minrathos, Arlathan Forest, and a few more which will be coming soon. So, gotta look forward to that, and then just the little plug at the end to pre-order the game. So overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what else we're gonna get within this week. Remember that this is the companion week, so they're gonna be putting out a bunch of videos. So I'll be reacting to all of them at once when they all come out. But with all of that being said, let me know below what you think. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Cheers.